Hey guys, it's Mikey G. I know I haven't recorded a poem in a while, but I know I feel the need to share this. It's my testimonial. It's called Real Life because it's really about my life. And I'm preparing for my mixtape, The Story of Mikey G, and I just want people to know who I really am before I put out this mixtape so they don't just think who I am and then try to make decisions on my mixtape about who I am. So here you go. God, I'm wanting to find you, but I don't quite know where to look, because everything worth reading is hidden within a 2,000-year-old book. The promises you made to me in my life, they're so hard to find. The promises made only 2 months ago are now memories in my frail mind. People say life is corrupt and ugly. I just say it gets tough. It's a teacher on the playground letting the big kid play rough. I was never brought up in a town where guns were shot. This was all a fantasy, or in the movies is what I thought. And as I went through life, I heard people's stories and songs, started thinking about what life meant, but boy was I wrong. Struggling with looking at every girl like she was me. It's like I wanted it to be over, but it just wouldn't end, like the Lakers three-peat. As soon as I got a girl, I would hold her in my hand and close my eyes. I thought if I didn't see her or look at her, it would end all the lies. The lies that this wasn't in my life to produce me any real joy. Stopped looking at the reality of life, became Pinocchio and said I was a real boy. If you haven't noticed, my life was never really hard. Sometimes I don't know who I am, but my identity isn't found in a card. Because I thought growing up, I tried to do anything to make myself become known, because I thought people would connect with me, my true self would be shown. The problem is I never realized who I was, only who others made me out to be. So when I sinned, I thought this was a perfect life for me, undoubtedly. Thinking I figured out all of life's biggest questions, I went out to seek the answers, but sin screwed with my life and treated me unfairly, like it was an unfair cancer. As I became meaner and colder to the people around me and those who really cared, I tried to turn the lights off, but they found their way back like the little boy still scared. Except this time I wasn't scared of the 8-foot boogeyman, I was scared of the man I was becoming. So at 13 I saw my life flash before my eyes and took off running towards the cross of a God who I finally encountered after all these years. Growing up under the harsh rules and regulations, who knew I would have to fight back all these tears? The man behind that wall telling me I had to pray 10 times to escape the fiery gates, so when I heard the message of the grace, I thought that I showed up just a little bit late. Because if I had tried cigs, alcohol, cursing, and going after girls, I thought God would reduce me to just another dude who sat there with curls. Hiding behind the fact that I was just another kid who came up a little bit short because I traded in good grades and success for some attempted idea of me playing sports. The stars on the wall by my 5-year-old self turned to me chasing the worldly wealth, but this is my heart cry for the book I knew I always needed, but never found its way off the shelf. I thought it was always funny how the unknown man was pinned till it wouldn't cross from me, but the parties and the people going to them would never take the time to stop from me. So I just cried and said, man, if you really want me, show me who you really are. And it's just at that moment I looked up in the dark night sky and saw a lone shooting star. And broken and sinful high school led the empty life. Thought I had it all because I had everything. But June 13th, the day it ended, no one was there to be found. And I was left without anything. Anything but the king who showed up and was kind enough to step off of his chariot to come and spend time with me. And now I've found the life I wanted to live, and I've decided to marry it.